One guy is told that he has the last 50 words left to say in his life. Every word that comes out of him is a step towards death. In the hospital, the doctor told Frank that he had only 1,500 words left in his life. When he said all these 1,500 words, it was time for him to die. At first, Frank was extremely angry. He thought the doctor had misdiagnosed. While he frantically screamed at the doctor calmly counted the number of words he said. After that, Frank almost despaired. He hugged the doctor and said he didn't want to die. He even committed suicide, but he finally didn't have the courage to do so. In the end, Frank was calm. The doctor told him he had only the last 50 words left. Then the doctor gave him the word counter. After that, the doctor started to do his own work. Frank stood up and prepared to leave. Before leaving, the doctor told him that if he was in extreme pain or despair, call this number. Frank took it and said thank you to the doctor. At this point, Frank had only 46 words left. Frank didn't know how to explain this to his girlfriend. After a moment of thought, he confidently thinks that these 46 words are enough for him to continue their relationship, so he doesn't explain anything to his girlfriend. In his everyday life, Frank discovered that, as long as he had a particular attention to something, it could ease the confusion between the two. At times, some of the movements on his face can catch his girlfriend's attention. Sometimes, he will use some great words to compliment his girlfriend. These words of him are as precious as gold. But one day, his girlfriend couldn't stand it, so she said 4 words that Frank didn't want to hear the most. It was she wanted the two of them to talk seriously. Frank furiously left home. His girlfriend also angrily closed the door. Frank bought the strongest beers and brought them into the woods. Before, every time the two quarreled, Frank came here to drink. He was so drunk that he lost his normal mind. He walked over to a tree and yelled at it to release his anger. He continued to drink beer until he had only one last word left. The next day, Frank woke up and remembered that his girlfriend said the same thing over and over again yesterday, but the reply was just his silence. He feels guilt and sad. He looked at his girlfriend's photo in his wallet and accidentally saw the business card the doctor had given him the day before. He decided to call the number on it. Then he heard an annoying voice from the switchboard. He was impatient, so he kept pressing another button. Frank wanted to use his last word to praise his girlfriend. He looks at her photo and remembers their first meeting. It's hard for him to praise his girlfriend with just one word. Phone's annoying voices played continuously. Frank shouted at the voices urging. Then, it was the sound of the phone being dropped. The short film is ended abruptly. When you feel desperate, this movie gives you the reason. Don't be like the guy in this movie. Because he's too scared. He lost his mind. He wanted to say loving words to his wife, but ended up paying the price for his impulsiveness. Thank you for watching. Follow my page to watch more film review.